Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Biz Talk Live Show. I am your host, Shante R. Roddy. We are so happy to have you here for this week's show where we are spotlighting um, a wonderful entrepreneur. That's what we do every week here, Thursdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find us talking with an entrepreneur who is going to share their story and journey with you. So it inspires and empowers you to pursue your dreams, and so that we can provide you information and the backstory on some of these success stories so that you can be a success in your business. So again, sit back, relax, enjoy the information. Please, we ask that if you love small business, hit the love button. Please comment. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. If we don't get to them during the show, we always follow up afterwards with any questions. And if you miss the live, catch the replay. So just hashtag replay in the comments so we know that you were here, and we can engage with you. Okay. So with that said, we're going to get started. And I want to introduce our guest. Her name is Dana Stevens. Hi,
Yes,
Dana.
hi. How are you? Hi,
I'm
everybody.
very, I'm very good. And Dana Stevens is the CEO of Stevens Talent Entertainment Management.
Yes.
Okay. Hi.
Hey.
So she's going to tell you a little bit about herself, and then we're going to ask her some questions to learn more about her journey. So, Dana, I'm going to turn it over to you to tell us a little bit about yourself, your business, and who it is that you serve.
All right. Well, first, we're going to say that definitely this whole business is surrounded around God. It's all spiritual, and leaning into my faith is the reason why it was started. But Stevens Talent Entertainment Management came into play July 1st, 2015. Um, we are getting ready to celebrate 4 years in the business, and it kind of was just like I said, a step out on faith. Me and my husband had started putting our children into acting, and they were doing so well that we wanted to offer it to our community. So we
Oh,
actually started doing it for the adolescents between the ages of 11 and 17, kind of giving them workshops in this industry to figure out what it is that they do, how to get started into it, what do you need to be successful. So we did that, and then we started booking them like crazy. And then our first um, uh, national project right out the gate was September 2015, and we booked a national Gatorade commercial. So
oh,
when that happened, it just kind of just put everything in play for everything else to happen. So once we started doing that, then we started trying to sign more clients. But we do want to stay small. We represent about 21 people right now. I only want to get as big as maybe about 50 people because I'm very hands on. So a lot of things that we try to do is kind of preparing them for bigger things. And that's pretty much it. We focus of all the in the realms of entertainment. So that's television, film, print, commercial, modeling, voiceovers. We have just acquired a contract with an agency. So now our clients also have management and agency representation as well. And then I just started a podcast that I started promoting today. It's called Little
oh,
Blessings. Yep, and it's just geared. It's a motivational podcast for people to help them find the little blessings in those stressors that happen every day, or those negative situations that you feel that you can't come out of, but realizing that God put you in those situations for
yes.
those little blessings. So we're working on that, and we have a slew of red carpet premieres coming up and different films that we're part of this year. So it's really taken off, and I'm just so blessed and grateful that I followed the path and listened to what I was supposed to listen to. So yeah.
Yeah, so that's so interesting, and I just want to say congratulations
Thank you.
on your business, on being in business 4 years, going on 5 years, and then also for your new podcast. That is amazing. So, with
Yeah.
your entertainment company, where are you based out of, and do you just serve like locally, or are you actually taking on national clients?
Yeah, we are based in Illinois. We're in a small South suburban area, but we service everywhere. I've booked jobs in Atlanta, Georgia. I have booked jobs in Wisconsin. I have booked jobs in LA, Las Vegas, Oklahoma, Texas. So we book clients all over, but we are based in Illinois, and our agent is based in Illinois.
Okay, and so is your business is it a family business? So I know you said you gave the backstory about how you started. So are
hmm
you keeping it all in the family?
So far, we have right now. It's only me and my husband. We are full force in this. We do our own social media. We do our own booking. We do our own meetings. We do our own meet and greets. We do everything from the floor up. I haven't found. I'm looking for an assistant. I'm hoping that somebody can come in, but we just haven't found anybody that is as dedicated to the processes of what we're doing. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just really hard to find a person that they say that they want to do it and they have the passion, but when they're put in those roles, it's not what they say. So,
Yeah. So
yeah.
what do you enjoy most about this? I think I've had one other guest on here on the show that is in entertainment, but it
hmm
sounds like it's such a fun and exciting industry to be a part of.
Yes.
And when people think about entertainment, they think on nationally in the show that you see on TV, but there's actually local talent. Right in our communities. I'm a promoter of small business and local entrepreneurs,
hmm
um, and that need development. So I know there's definitely a need out there for it. But what do you enjoy most about the business and what you do?
I think the most rewarding thing about what I do is just avenuing clients to fulfilling their dreams. A lot of people, and I don't know why, tend to not share information that they get. And I'm just a person of like, if you have passion and you're really strong about it, and I have the information to share with you, I'm going to share it. So I think like I love the background of it. I love being able to get this information and to hone it and help people find a way to use it to in their dreams or in whatever they're trying to do. So I think with me, it's just being able to get that information and sharing it and being part of that background and the start of what that is and being with it until completion. So that's why I kind of do it. I just want my main thing is just to have everyone to be successful. And if you have a person that's passionate and they really want it but they don't have anybody to help them, you have to be that beacon of light, so that's why I do it.
Absolutely. And so when you started in 2015, I know you say you took the leap of faith.
hmm
Now, did you when you took that leap of faith, were you still working in corporate, or did you take a like full leap into full-time entrepreneurship as a business owner?
Well, what happened was I work I currently still work at a high school, but I was working at another high school, and I was the secretary that did everything. So I kind of like burnt myself out. And when I came back, I was supposed to come back with less work, and they were supposed to kind of like revamp my job, and they didn't. And I had the opportunity to go into another job that allowed me to work part time. So I quit my full time job. That was the faith.
Mm-hmm.
And I went into a part time position that allowed me to have flexible hours. So I only worked about 15 hours a week, but I was able to work them however I wanted to work them as long as I completed 15 hours, I was okay. And then so during that time, with the time that I had free, I started developing this business, and that's pretty much how it happened. So I had the time to do it, and then when it developed, it went well. And I'm still work at a high school. I work at a different high school. I'm a 10-month employee now versus me being a 12-month. So I still have a lot of free time, being a full time secretary, but I have not quit my job because I am a person of stability. So I want to
Yes.
make sure that I have, even though the businesses are making money, it's not the type of money that I would be making, knowing that I have a check coming in every 2 weeks. So this money, the money that I make at work, is the stability to maintain home, and the rest of the stuff is for me to invest into the business. So
Yes.
that's what I tell people. It's like, when I was doing my reading, I read a book called The 4 Minute Work Week, and it's basically this guy tells you how to take your dreams and your passions and your talents and use them to make your money. And
Yes.
a lot of there are 7 streams of income that you can make, to be on the road of being a millionaire. And so when you read that, millionaires have at least 7 streams of income coming in. So
Yes.
you can't take what you live on and expect to invest it in your dream if you don't have that cushion. So you always make sure that home is taken care of first, and then you work that into your stability or whatever it is, and you work that into your dream and make it all work so that it doesn't consume you, or take or put you under.
Yeah, I'm glad that you said that because I think that what you said is so key because a lot of times people think they have to take a full leap and leave corporate America and they can't still have their job. But you need to be set yourself up to be in a position to invest in your business,
Yeah.
to be able to work on your business, and like you said, you were freeing up time. Time is valuable to
Yes.
allow you to work. So you didn't quit. You just kind of downsized your time there to then allocate time to focus on your business.
Yes.
And I always tell people that it's so important to leverage whatever job you're on and the benefits and the time to help you manifest your dream. So if you're working on your dream, you're working on your business, like you said, whether you're using that to invest in your business or using that income to be an additional source to help you provide while you're building your business, there's so many things that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that's so important for you to understand that not everybody's path is the same. Some people took the full leap and so just understand that everybody's path is different, but
Mm-hmm.
you want to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success and that you're leveraging where you are. So if you're on a job, leverage every benefit and the income that's coming in and see how you can use that to support yourself while you're on this journey and to support the business and then invest in the business. So thank you for sharing that. That is
Yeah.
so important.
Thank
Uh,
you.
so I know you said that you've had a lot of success and, with the national commercial, that's so exciting. And then growing your business. What would you say at the starting point of your business were some of your major challenges that you have had to overcome in your business?
Um, a main major challenge for me is that I am an independent manager. So a lot of these acting sites and acting forums or relationships with casting directors all had to be built on the type of business that I am and the type of quality of clients that I bring to. So that's why I'm very selective on the type of people and the amount of people that I represent, because I am small and it could take 1 or 2 negative situations with people that I send, and then they won't work with me anymore. So I had to be really specific on the projects that I took on, how I carried my business, how I represented my clients, what casting directors to try to make to get that relationship with, because there are forums that agents put their talent on that I did not have privy to. So all of the roles from the very beginning, all the way up until I just closed this contract with this agent, I looked them up on my own. Me and my husband researched on our own. We went to networking events. We looked up movies. We did anything that we could to try to get that information to help our clients, to help our business. So when you develop and you put a name out here for yourself, so now we've built that for almost 4 years, and then so now when I went into this meeting with this company this agency, I was able to represent myself a little bit more in I want to say industry wise instead of independent wise, because it's very hard in this business being independent, an independent manager, an independent talent, representing yourself. So it's really hard when you don't have people speaking up for you. So now, after this meeting, this company has been in business for 25 years. They are so now we are under the agency. So now anybody that signs with me will be under the agency as well. So that's hard, just building it and trying to figure out where your spot is. Like, you don't want to take anybody else's spot, and you're not trying
That's
to
right.
be anybody else. You just want to figure out where do you fit in this industry and find your own way.
Figure out where you fit in.
Mm-hmm.
Your own space. Okay,
Yep.
there's enough opportunity out here. And for you to be unique, carve out a niche for yourself in your business. And I think you definitely can be successful. And you had mentioned one thing about research.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to that, because I know my partners and I were talking about that. You know, and is some of the initiatives that we're developing, and how important for us, from our perspective, doing research is. And a lot of times, entrepreneurs and business owners miss the step of researching. That is going to put them in a better position to be more successful and even to grow their business.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, how important was the research for you in your process, and being able to, like you said, get into the state that you're at, that you have these larger contracts you're able to get with an agency? Just speak on that for a little bit, about how important you think it is for entrepreneurs to do that research.
Um, it's the about 99% of what I do. Everything that I do, even when I get jobs from casting directors and they send you with vague stuff. We're looking for a 3 to 5 year old African American boy, blah blah blah. This is the name of the project. This is the company. So what you need to do is research the company, research the casting director, research the projects that they've filmed or are part of, because you want to make sure not only are you getting into a reputable project, but you're new out here as well. So you don't want to get into the wrong project that, then they'll be categorizing you and only submitting you or hiring you for those roles, or you like kind of trap yourself. You really want to research everything. How many films made it to whatever from that company that's asking you to come. Nudity, do they do a lot of nudity or not? Do they expect you to, do they hire a lot of African American people or don't? Are they reputable worldly, nationally, internationally, locally? So you have to do all the research on your own, because the information that you get from others is the information that they want to give to you. Okay,
Yes.
so anything that you research is your own information, and that's your own knowledge. So you should always want to make yourself as knowledgeable as possible, especially when you're dealing with other people and then you go in talking what you know, then they'll treat you and respect you and deal with you in a different manner than they thought that they were when they didn't think you knew the information. So
Yes.
I just think it's very important. Always, always research. I'm such a researcher.
That's good. And I know I wanted to also circle back on the fact that you're not only a business owner, but you said that you and your husband are partners in this business.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about partnerships. And since you do have a partner, what would you say are one or two key things that one needs to consider when they are entering or thinking about entering into a partnership?
What I would say, if you are getting into a partnership, you have to distinctly detail the roles, and everybody needs to stay in their lane. That's it. I do most of the submitting, finding our new clients, um, some of the social media, a little bit of the networking, but and not so much of the networking. But my husband, he does more of the finding our sponsors, getting funding for, we might have clients that are going out of town for an audition, and we want to send them and give and not that have that be a burden. So we look for people that are willing to pay for travel on a percentage. He does networking events. He's taking grant writing stuff. So he does all the background of it, trying to secure other monies and investments. And then I'm more of the clients and making sure they're okay, and our casting directors and things like that. But now with meetings, it depends on it. Sometimes he might go, I might go, or we might go with each other, but it just depends on who we're meeting with. Because sometimes it might be too much for a man and a woman to be together. It might be better for this man to go meet with this man or woman, and vice versa. So it just all depends. But I think that the main thing is for everyone to know their role, stay in their role, and maintain that role.
That's
Yes.
good. Okay, did you hear it? Did you hear her? Because a lot of people, they're thinking about. I always promote collaboration and partnerships. But as you think about that, there's additional risk to it.
Yeah.
And people often encounter many challenges because they don't do the upfront work, which includes research, making sure you have the proper documents in place, the legal documents, and then also making sure that roles and responsibilities are clearly defined.
Yes.
So
Yes,
everybody
please say that again,
right. Everybody that is in the partnership understands what they are supposed to do, and it is clearly communicated.
Yep.
So
Yes,
that's
it is.
important. So when you said that, I was like, okay, let's stop there, because to grow, I believe for us to grow our business, we need to be doing more collaboration and partnership. And even with your husband and yourself being business partners, that's not where it ends. You just said now you have other partnerships. So I'm trying to help our audience see the importance of making the connections, building the relationships that we're talking about, so that you can access additional opportunities and enter in collaborations and partnerships. Because even now you're able to grow to the point where you are now part of an agency.
That's right. See? And like you said, and also go and do that face to face. Meet somebody. Go to their what I like to do is, once I meet with somebody and we and everything goes whatever, even if it's not good or bad afterwards, I always send a thank you card. I literally I write out the address already before I go there. I buy the card already, and after the meeting, I write whatever I need to, and whatever is the closest mail thing, I'll drop it in there. Because even after a meeting, getting a card just saying I appreciate your time, because time is so valuable, and people don't understand that.
Yes.
It's like you really have to manage time. You really have to make your time productive. You cannot sit around idling time, because you're not going to get it back. So you have to really.
I'm so glad you said that. I have to put this up here. I said that all the time. Time is money. You One thing about time, you don't get it back.
Nope.
And it's fleeting.
Yeah. And then that's what I think about. Even like one of my one of my pet peeves is when I'm on social media and I see like older women that's like my age or maybe even a little bit younger and have children and all this stuff, and then they put up a post and be like, I'm bored. Like, what? You bored? Like, how can you be bored? Like, I never, anytime that I'm down, it's either because I'm getting ready to go to bed. There's never a dull moment in life where you should be bored. I just can't understand. I don't even know when the last time I said I was bored. Like, okay, yeah, you
Right.
don't get to go do things, but if you keep yourself busy, there's no way you can even say you were ever bored. Like, so that just really
Yeah.
bothers me when I see that a lot. I'm like, I can't even understand it.
We must be sisters from another mother, okay? Because you're talking my language. Because I say that all the time. Okay? Time is so important. You need to make sure that you're managing your time effectively. Even if you have to, and we have all these tools that sometimes we're not even using, like our cell phone that can help us keep on track, and our calendars and things like that. So we really have to be conscious of our time, value other people's time, like you
That's
said.
right.
Set yourself apart. I like how you talked about the thank you notes, because people are really surprised a lot of times when they receive thank yous, because
Yep.
it doesn't happen often.
And they'll
And
remember you.
right, you think sometimes you have to do this big amazing thing to show how different and spectacular you are, and separate yourself from your competitors. But believe me, a simple thank you note that most people don't even do, they don't even consider. People don't even say thank you.
Nope.
So just doing that will show people, oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Being consistent, showing up on time. When you say you're going to be somewhere, be there.
Yeah.
People remember that.
Yeah. And really, honestly, that's where a lot of my connections came in, because I was there when I said I would be there. I went to events when I said that I would. I sent reputable clients, and I was always available. So then after that first year, they were able to they were contacting me. Hey Dana, do you have anybody that fits this? Now for me, being independent, that was a big thing, because I get on this computer every day. I go to all these sites. I look up stuff. I look like that. Being part of this
Yes.
agency and being able to have access to all of these acting sites, and literally pressing a submit button and sending your client directly to the casting director, that has shaved off about 75% of my time of what I do. Like, literally, I can just look at a role, my client fits it, I'm able to submit them right then and there. Not, hi, I'm Dana Stevens from StevensTalent Entertainment Management. I saw your blah, blah, blah. I'd like to
Yes.
submit a client. Because, see, you can't just submit your client because you're an independent management. These are sites that are only open to agents. So if you try to submit your client to an email or an email you found, it's not going to go anywhere, because they don't care who you are. You're not an agent. So it's just like, you have to remember that everything that you start with follows you all the way. You never know who you might circle back around and see. So always stay professional. Always make sure you keep the words, like you said, like Miss Roddy said, that you keep it all professional, because they will remember you, the good and the bad.
Absolutely. That is so important. A lot of, especially in this online age, I think, I don't know how much of your business like is done online, but really, businesses need to be in on the online space, and most of us are online.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people don't understand that, how important it is to maintain professionalism, and how veering from that and not being professional, even they'll say, okay, they'll separate their Facebook pages, okay, and say, okay, I'm on my Facebook page and I have my business, but I could be one way over here and be this way over
That's
there.
right.
They're going to look at that. So be consistent in how you show up, and make sure that
Yep.
you understand that there's a consequence.
Mm-hmm.
So you may say, okay, I'm going to show up any way I want to. That's my business, is my life. But understand that it has an impact on your business.
You know what? You are absolutely right. even when submitting before I got with the agency and all of that, but submitting, I would find times where I would submit clients, and then those people that I submitted to, just off of that, I'd find that they start following me, or they requested to be my friend, or they liked something on my page. So that means that they are looking. Like when I'm submitting, they're trying to see, okay, well, who's this person? What does she represent? How is she like? They're on there, and everything you put on social media, I'm
Right.
sorry, guys, no matter how private you think it is, it's not. They're gonna find you, because I'm a person that's like that. I'm gonna find you. If there's something that
Right.
I want to do and I need that information, I'm gonna get it. So just remember that, even being an actor, you being negative or saying gross things or sexual or anything like that of that nature online, they're gonna find it.
Yes. So I'm glad we covered that, because
Yep.
whether you see them or not, or they liking your post or commenting or not, people are always watching you. So know that.
Yep. And especially if you're going to be in this industry, you need to hold yourself at a certain standard,
Gender.
because you
Yes.
got to think, even if in your mind you might not get as big as you think that you are, but maybe you will. And a role gets you somewhere where you never thought that you would. Now, guess what they're going to do? They're going to want to know, well, who is she? They're going to go back to your past. So if you got something up negative, that's it. You done messed up your whole career. Or they're trying to put you out as this wholesome person, but then they go back to your Facebook page and you talking about everybody under the sun. You've messed yourself up. You got to think, once you get in this, you now there's people that want to represent you. There's publicists. There's companies that want to get behind you. Sponsorship. You have to think about all of those things when you're doing what you want. When you're trying to get into something like this, until you make a name for yourself.
Yes.
So, yep.
That's good. That is so
Yep.
good. Audience, see, we drop some amazing nuggets for you
Yes.
every week on this show.
Yes, you do. And I
Um,
do. I watch her show, guys. So I just want to let you know. Go visit her Facebook page.
yes, yes. Okay, so I wanted to ask you about, is there anything that you would do differently if you had the opportunity? So if you could start all over again, is there anything that you would change in the process along the way of becoming a business owner and developing your business?
I wish that I would have had a little bit more confidence in myself. I was I went to these events, but I was scared to ask questions or to seem too eager or things like that. But then what you realize going into this, those people that are at those events, they want you to do that. They want you to get that knowledge. They want you to come to those workshops. They want you to come. If they're asking you to come out, go out, because you stuck in their mind for some reason, and maybe they want to introduce you to someone else. So you got to you have to have that confidence to step out on faith, to step out in crowds that you know that you never thought that you would ever be able to fit in, and work you. So that's what I would say. Like, just take the chance, take the step, take the leap. Don't be scared. And don't listen to other people, because what God has for you is not for somebody else, and vice versa. So don't let people discourage you because they're scared.
Right.
Yep.
And I
And
like that.
don't share your dreams and aspirations with everybody, because everybody is not praying good for you, and everybody don't want you to be successful. So pick and choose the people that you want to share your great news with, because those are the ones that will celebrate with you.
Yes.
Hmm.
Really evaluate your circle. Keep it tight. Keep it small, you know. Because not everybody can relate, like she said, everybody is not happy. That's not that you don't connect with other people. But when you're building, understand that.
Yeah.
And you want people around you that are like-minded, that are goal-driven, that they are happy for you, that they want you to be successful genuinely. Those are the people that you want to be around. And I say that because a lot of people, as entrepreneurs and business owners, struggle with that they don't have positive relationships in their lives with family. They thought would support them, friends they thought would
Hmm.
support them. But I would say we are a small business community. Nobody knows what we're going through like we do.
Hmm. And what I also will say is that a lot of my support, I mean, I have really close family, like my internal family, my brothers and
Yes,
sisters, my mom, my husband, our kids, we're all tight. But
yes,
what I would tell them is that, um, like you said, you have to keep your circles small, and you can't share everything with everyone, and uh, you can't want to help everybody. Like you can't help those that don't want to help themselves, that like look at you, to say, oh, she's making, now I gotta go hang with Dana. No, you need to be able to wean out those those type of people, those type of hearts. I'm a very intuitive person, and I'm a I person, and I have a really big heart, so that I love to help people that love to help themselves. But I also
you
know
do.
when people are using me, and you use and you let them go accordingly. Like, I'm never a mean person, but when I don't mess with you, I just don't mess with you. Everybody's equal to be whoever they want to be. And I'm never going to tell somebody who they should be, and who they should like, and how they should do something. But I don't have to be around it.
That's right.
So that's it. That's it. I'm just not going to be around it.
I like that. And I think that's part of confidence too.
Hmm.
And knowing who you are, knowing what your purpose is, stick with that. I say this because I'm the same way, and
Hmm.
we can't help everybody, but we have so many people wanting our help. But we have to maintain our focus
Yes.
and use our intuition. We have it for a reason.
Hmm.
And I can tell you, it never leads me wrong. Okay.
Hmm.
And your spirit will tell you if something is not right, or this is, maybe you worked with someone for this period of time, or this person was in your life, but it's time. That was for a season.
Yep.
And
That's
now
right.
you have to separate yourself. And that's okay. Understand that that's okay. Because you don't want to veer off from what your purpose is. And sometimes we do, because we get so in it and we want to help everybody and we want to
Yes.
give, and then we have nothing to give, because
Nope.
everybody is taken from us and we haven't been poured back into, and we're giving to the wrong cause.
Woo, there you go. That's that, and that one will drain you to
It will
death.
drain you. Exactly. So I know I can speak on it because I know. So that's a very good word. So hopefully, audience, you have caught that. Dana, I have a few more questions for you. I really want to ask you. You talked about your challenges. What would you say is your greatest success or achievement thus far in your business?
um Being able to grow other things inside of what I've been doing. I can't even believe, like, this little blessings podcast. This just came because I have a very good friendship with a lady that is almost 10 years older than me. She's a white school educational administrator, and here I am, a secretary with almost with an associate's, and she's a master's and all of this stuff. And when we finally sat down and talked, we realized that our life is exactly the same. She has four kids and a stepson. So do I. We both love education. We're spiritually connected. I mean, we just found that we had so much in common. So I think that, like, the success for me is finding those friendships and finding those relationships with people that I never, like, the stuff like you said, being
Mhm.
confident in yourself and going out to these places and realizing, like, oh my gosh, I do have that in me. I can be that person, or I'm not intimidated by that. So I think with me, the success was just building that confidence to represent what I'm representing, and to be confident in the things that I believe in, and sharing that with other people, and help in making them believe in what I have too. So I think that that being able to have that confidence in yourself to build what you already have.
That's good. And
Hmm.
I want to piggyback on something that you just said about connecting and building a relationship with a lady who is different than you. You're
Mm-hmm.
both administrators, right? Or admin assistant.
Nope. I run. I'm a secretary for two departments: an applied academics department and the mathematics department. She is an administrator. Well, she
Right.
was an administrator. She did go back into teaching, but she's literally been in the game, 20 some years. She's a 48-year-old white woman from Indiana. Look at me,
Right.
right?
Yeah, so that's my point. Is a lot of times not only are we afraid to connect, but we put limitations on who we connect with.
That's right.
We're either not
Yes.
we're only connecting with people that do what we do, or we won't connect with people that do what we do because we think that they're going to get a piece of the pie.
Yeah.
They're going to take our thunder, or we're afraid to connect with people that are different, or that does something different than us. And it's like you need all of this. You need diversity.
Yeah.
Okay. And thinking that not understanding that it's important for us to make these connections for our own personal growth and the growth of our business, and not be so limiting in our mindset that we're not connecting with people and we're making judgments about people, preconceived judgments without knowing people that can add so much value to our lives.
Yeah. That's exactly what it's called Little Blessings Podcast, and me and her do the podcast. And our first series is actually, it starts airing April 28th, and it'll go for 4 Sundays, and it's the friendship series. And it goes into it starts off with us about our friendship, how it started, how we, and we talk about those moments, how we worked at the same place, but we never talked, we never communicated. It was during stressful situations that God brought us together, and we were able to rectify whatever was going on, but still never developed those relationships. So it's just like God keeps putting people in your life, keep putting them in, you keep seeing them, and then why don't people ever reach out? Why don't they say, you know what, why is this person always coming around me, or why am I always bumping into this person here? So if you don't take that those are signs from God. It's a reason why you keep on trying to be connecting with that person. But our little podcast, our Little Blessings podcast, touches on that. So it's the friendship. Then the second series is about judging females or judging women. Why is it hard for women to develop relationships with other women? And then the third one is mothers and daughters, the relationships between that. How do you aspire to be a woman versus your relationship with your mother? And then the last series is parenting, friendship versus parenting. Are you a friend or are you a parent? So it just builds on all of that. It's all community. It's just like, finding those stressors, honing in on what you need to hone in on to be the best person you can be. That's pretty much it. And then you're getting it from a 39-year-old African American entrepreneur and a 48-year-old Caucasian woman who's been in her profession for over I don't know how long, and she's stepping out into faith because this is nothing that she ever thought of. But I thought that it would be so great for both of us to show people that we're so different, but we have the same exact issue. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that. So we'll definitely make sure we at the end of the show we put the information in the comments, because I would like to tune into that, right?
Yes.
So I have two questions for you. The first one is for the audience, if you can offer them one or two tips of what you think that can help them be more successful in their business.
Okay. So in there, I would say, like you said, do your research and find out what it is where you're trying to take your business. Like I said, like this is a big array of things. I mean, I'm a small management. I'm fighting people that have clients all over the world. They're doing international, national. Find what works good for you. Don't try to go out here competing with people. Find your own niche and then grow that niche. Grow it to your best ability, where you're growing something where you don't care about getting up in the morning day in day out and doing this, that it's your passion, it's your love, And the success is just seeing it grow and build on your terms, not
Yes.
anybody else's. Yep.
Yeah, that's why we got into business to do things on our own terms.
Yep.
Okay. So think long term. Where do you want to be in your business? Do what works for you. Carve out your own niche. That is going to help you be successful. And it goes back to what you said before about you can't serve everybody. You
Mm-mm.
can't give to everybody. You can't like throw the dart at everything. You have to focus on what it is that you love too. Because I think a lot of times we mismanage our time or we're not as productive when we're really not passionate about what we're doing.
That's right.
You have
I
to think
go.
about that in your business as well. Go ahead.
I was saying that that's exact. See, like I told you that I'm built on everything for me is faith and spiritual, and I'm not saying that I'm so much religious, but I truly believe in the word, and I truly believe if you believe in God and put Him first, that He will make it all happen. But what I always go by and live by, and everybody that knows me knows, is Ephesians 2:8-9, and that verse is, "For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourself. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast." So at the end of the day, it doesn't have anything to do with about how hard you work, how boastful you are about the things that you do. It's because of the faith of God and the gifts that He gave you. That's what it's about. You have to use the gifts He gave you to be successful because you're using them to make somebody else successful. So why
Right.
can't you do it for your own self? So that's why when that verse has been my favorite verse since I've been a kid. But as an adult is really when I broke it down and realized exactly what it means. And if you live by that, you're gonna be successful. You're going to be successful. That's just the way you're going to be successful. If you live by that, you're going to be successful.
Thank
Everybody
you.
think you're supposed to like work hard, but you're not supposed to work hard. You're supposed to work smart.
Work smart. I mean, that's my motto. I say that all the time. I said I'm over the working hard and
Mm-hmm.
grinding. You hear these words like grind and hustle.
Oh,
Like everything has to
hustle.
be hard,
Oh.
right?
When they be like, "Oh, you such a hustler." No, no, no. No, I'm a builder.
I like that.
Yeah.
Get up here, be a builder. So I have one final question for you that I asked all of my guests. If you had a magic stick and you could change anything in the world, what would you change?
Ooh. Now, are we getting political? Are we get? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, you know what? For me, is more. What I would change is that. Oh God, I wish as people. I'm just gonna leave it like that. That we were more supportive of each other. That we looked at our history and realized where we came from, and that we have always been entrepreneurs and builders and inventors, and that's what we should hone on for our people, and that we should really try to build our community. It starts with us, the same people that look like us, talk like
Yeah.
us, build like us. It starts with us. So that's what I would hope, that you start with the kids and help them develop to be great leaders of our people.
It starts with us. Thank you so much,
Thank
Dana.
you. I'm so glad you look. It's been since December, so I was like, yes, we did it.
Yes, I'm so glad that you came on. Yes, it starts with us. Know that it starts with you, right? Be
Yeah.
a supporter. I was just saying that earlier today. So I just wanted to just say that again because I think that was so well said. And it's so important in the world and even as entrepreneurs and small business owners to forget about the competitiveness.
There it is. It's
We
nothing to
are
compete
a community.
against.
Right.
We're all doing our own thing.
We're all doing our own thing and we need to support one another and come together and work together and build. That's how you build.
Yeah.
Okay? So we need each other. So again, we are a community. This show is community. We welcome you on here. We thank you so much for joining us. Dana, can you please just remind them of your business, your services, what you do, what you provide, and where people can find you?
Sure. The business is StevensTalent Entertainment Management. We are on Facebook and Instagram. Our website is also through Wikipedia, Wix.com. So you can visit that, and we're on Stevens Talent Entertainment Management. We just had our open call, so we won't be doing another open call until next year. I only do it one time a year. But if you want to connect with me or email me, it's StevensTalentMGR@gmail.com. And the best way to connect with us is on Facebook. We keep the most updated information there.
Fantastic. Well, again, we thank you, Dana Stevens, for being with us. We thank you so much for sharing your story and dropping all the fabulous nuggets that you provided today for our audience. Look, if you weren't here live, please catch the replay. Our show is available. After we broadcast live, they are available for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So whether you need to be remotivated, energized, clarity, tips, whatever you need, you can find it in one of the videos of the entrepreneurs and business owners that we've had on to our show. We invite you to our show. If you're an entrepreneur, you have a story you want to share to help change lives, help other people realize their dreams, we invite you to come onto the show and apply. You can visit us at www.intuitiveriskmanagement.com, which is my company, which is the company which sponsors and hosts this show, the Biz Talk Live Show. If you would like to be a sponsor and be spotlighted as a promoter of small business, we invite you to also be a sponsor of the program, and we will promote you and spotlight you on the live program. You can find that information also on our website. Again, please, if you have questions or if you drop them in the comments, we will follow up at the show. We will have Dana also leave her contact information in the comments if you want to follow up with her for any of her services. Also, we have an amazing event coming up. It's in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
It is the Small Business Week extravaganza going on here in Northeast Ohio. So if you're here, if you're in surrounding states, you're going to be in the area, I invite you to join us. It's all about building the small business community. It's all about celebrating us and elevating us and increasing the awareness here in Northeast Ohio and nationwide of the importance of small business and the impacts that we are having on our communities. We support and uphold our communities. We need the community to uphold and support us as small business owners. So we are going to have a fabulous time, amazing featured events. One of our biggest ones is our Winning in Business Summit on May 1st. If you're here locally, get your tickets. We also have virtual tickets. So seating is limited, whether you're tuning in virtually or locally here. We also have an amazing business showcase where we're spotlighting small businesses in Northeast Ohio, pushing the shop small, shop local movement. So make that your lifestyle, especially as small business owners and entrepreneurs. We should be our lifestyle should be to support other small businesses, creatives, and entrepreneurs, and the products and services that they're putting out. It all goes to help our economy. Okay, so I'm super excited about that. We want to meet you. We want to hug on you. We want to connect with you. We want to build with you, and that's what we're doing at the Small Business Extravaganza. You can get details at bit.ly/bizweek tickets 19. So we look forward to seeing you there. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning into our broadcast. We will see you again next week, Thursday, this same time at 1 p.m. Eastern. Until then, you all have a fabulous day and be productive. Continue to work smart and continue to pursue your dreams. We will see you next week.
See you later.
Bye.